Hey guys, welcome to episode number 4 of Triple P, the Pizza Pasta Podcast. Today's guest, longtime friend, and if you look at his face, you've probably seen him in a lot of different TV
Don't look
shows.
too close, though. Don't look too close.
Lou Martini Jr.
How are you, man?
Good to see you, my brother.
Mwah. So great to see you. We're in your home, which
Yeah.
is nice, sipping your favorite vodka.
The Vesper.
The Vespa, which is delicious. And I don't drink much vodka, but when I do, Umberto gives me the Vespa, and I'm all good.
Listen, you become a believer from
It's
it.
all good. Yes, I'm a believer.
Lou, we met, I think it was 2003 in that area. That's how long it's been.
Wow.
Do you remember how we met?
No, 2003. Listen, I don't remember 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
Portobello's. We met in Freehold first. Then I wound up taking over that shithole.
What the hell was I doing in
above the
Freehold in
Aztec.
2003?
I don't know, but you wound up in Seaside with me. Portobello's above the Aztec. Do you remember reading? You answered.
Oh well, yes, I remember doing the reading with your partner, Frank Callow.
We met in the back room in Freehold originally, and then we went to Seaside. Portobello's above the Aztec.
Listen, get your minds out of the gutter. It wasn't like we met in the back room. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
But we're not the wise guys. But we met in the back room.
Yeah, we had that investors meeting, whatever the hell it was.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
Anyway, make a long story short, I've known this man since about 2002, 2003. Lou, talk about your birth name. A lot of people don't know it. Louis Azara.
Azara, yes. My birth name is Azara. I think back in the day it was Lazara, and somebody lost an L somewhere, either on Ellis Island or something like that. But you know me by my stage name, which is Martini.
And you got to tell people that story.
Great story how I got the name Martini Jr. My dad was in the business way back in the day. He was a pretty well-known character actor, MC at the Copa for a bit. But what happened was back in the day, my dad had an act with his brother, Benny Martini. But at that time, they were still Azara. And this is probably the late 20s sometimes. And back in the day, during Prohibition, these places would get raided because there wasn't supposed to be, alcohol. No vodka at that time, supposedly legal, right? But so the place is getting raided. Cops come in and they're putting everybody against the bar to give them summonses that night. And my dad and his brother Benny are up against the bar. And the cop comes and says, okay, what's your name? Want to give you the summons for being here. There was a Martini and Rossi coaster on the bar. So my dad looks at the coaster. He says, oh, my name's Louis Martini. It's my brother Benny Martini. So just give us the freaking tickets and leave us alone. He kept the coaster. They changed their names to Luigi Martini and Benny Martini. They kept it in the act as the Martini brothers. I still have the actual coaster. And on the back of the coaster, it's funny because he must have been selling cartons of cigarettes out of the back seat or something, because there's like an order for cartons of cigarettes on the back. And I have that in a frame with one of my dad's records. But that's how I got the name Martini. So I go by Lou Martini Jr.
See,
out of respect to my dad.
That is a great thing, because now, if you remember the face and you can't remember the name, all you Italians that drink Martini and Rossi products, when you see Martini and Rossi, think of Lou
But
Martini.
listen, I'm so glad that he picked Martini and not Rossi, because Lou Martini Jr. to me sounds so much better than Lou Rossi Jr. I don't know. Martini has a ring to it.
There was a Rossi.
But I could have been Lou Rossi Jr. My whole life could have been different, right? Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm glad my dad picked Martini. Here's the dad.
Salute.
And my Uncle Benny, the
Uncle
Martinis.
Benny, the Martini brothers. So, you've been, my God, character actor, unbelievable. I can't even begin to say how many movies or how much film you've been in. But my recurring scenes that you've been in: Law and Order SVU, Cancelliere Fredo.
Done 20 episodes of the Law and Order family. Now I did the last 5 as Counselor Ron Fredo over the last couple of years, and they're great people over there at NBC, and Mariska Hargitay and all those people, great people. That was fun. That was a fun gig.
Then The Sopranos. You were Anthony Infante.
Anthony Infante.
Johnny Sax's brother-in-law.
Right. Did 5 episodes. I was the people who watched the show. I only got to work with Jimmy Gandolfini and Vince Curatola, because if you remember, my character was like a go-between between Johnny Sack, the New York boss, and Jimmy, and I would go back and forth between them, and it was like a go-between. That was a lot of fun on that show. A lot of fun, a lot of good eating too.
Oh yeah.
Great craft services on the Sopranos. They're famous for their craft services.
You played Dominic in The Deuce.
Played Dominic in The Deuce. I was in the pilot episode. I fired the great James Franco in The Deuce. I've done a lot of stuff. Well, you reading my resume here? What's going on?
I just, I know you've been in so many things. One of my favorite
I make a
shows,
living, and I've been lucky enough to
Blue
make
Bloods.
a living. Yeah,
You've been all over the place.
I think my IMDb credit now. I think I'm up to like $211
$1 million a year.
Yes. No, when I came in today, he asked me about my net worth because he's doing his research on me on the computer. And if you go on the computer, I don't know if it's Google or whatever, my net worth is $14 million, ladies and gentlemen. So what does that tell you? It tells you it's wrong. That's what it tells you. I got $14 in the bank. $14 million net worth.
Lou, it's been, like I said, it's been such a pleasure to get to know you, and we've become good friends.
Pals.
And these are the type of people, like I said, our beginning podcast. We've got other stuff lined up, but we're not going to put it out yet because we want to put people that kind of left a mark, in my life, and made a little bit of a difference in my life. And you were one of them. I mean, we started out on a little script reading there was, and we just clicked, the two of us, and we just kept hanging out, and little by little. You wound up in Holiday City when I had my pizzeria.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in, and there we are. And you've done a lot of stuff with us. You've done a couple. We named a sandwich after you.
That's an honor.
Jr.
I've won some awards during my career. I won a Best Actor award at the Houston Film Festival a couple of years ago, which was really cool. But you have not made it in this business till Chef Umberto names a sandwich after you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That was really a surprise and an honor, and it was great. It was great.
You're in good company. You're with David Burke.
Yes.
You're with Bill Spadia.
Yes.
Rockin' Robin.
Yes.
We got one. We
Yes.
got one for Eddie Testa.
Yes.
So like I said, we've done a couple of the celebrity sandwiches. We'll probably start.
Well,
that
one of the reasons I'll tell you, people, why we clicked is there's nothing more than I respect in this business or any business is hard work. And Chef Umberto is one of the hardest working people I've ever met in my life. He's sincere, he's genuine, and he's hardworking, and that's why from the beginning I says, listen, you need something, you just call me, I'm there. Because I really respect that from you, buddy. I mean,
I appreciate
you
it.
You really work hard at everything you do, whether it be the restaurant business. You're doing great with your podcast now. Because you're a hard worker. You're a grinder. You grind it out.
Well, everything we do, we have a 501c3 foundation, which is Cooking for the Cause. That behind the scenes, Andrea
Do a lot of charity work.
Yeah, we do a lot.
We love our Andrea.
And
behind the camera
we don't
today.
talk about this too much, Andrea. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to say it because
a
lot of people say, don't go to Chef Umberto's thing. Who's the benefit for? Is he pocketing the money? Okay, so far.
Who says that?
We got
my
haters.
They need
online.
a schmack who says
here,
that.
take a look at that, and you can say it. To date, this was through my account. That's what we've donated so far in 2.5 years.
Okay, total donations, and we'll just list some of the people that have gotten the donations to the Italian American Club, the Maximilian Foundation, Inspire New Jersey, St. Paul de Vincent, Ocean County Columbus Day Committee, Bring a Hero Home for the Holidays, Ocean Harbor House, and the list goes on and on. Donations to date, and this is 2 years, you're telling me?
Yeah, 2 years and a quarter.
I'm looking at the ledger here, it says over $32,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and we are a small foundation. We are not funded by anyone.
You can see the way he dresses. The money did not go in his pocket.
No, definitely not. And believe me, if the money went in my pocket, I wouldn't be living the way I live. You say you got $14, I got negative $14.
There you go.
But for all the people that are haters, like I always say, learn facts. Anyway, moving on. You read for us for Johnny Postal, and that's how we met.
And that's 2003. Wow.
2003, bro.
Wow.
But since then, look at how much crap we've done. I mean, the sandwich. You've anytime I've asked you, you've come up and you've emceed. You emceed, what show was the one that you did the MC for?
Was that, was it Cold Harbor House?
It was Ocean's Harbor House, that's right. And it was
was a lot of fun.
Was that with Stiletto and Sax, man?
Yes, Stiletto and Sax.
And
who are wonderful. If you get a chance to see them, if you see them on the calendar or on a flyer near you, please go see them. They're great people too.
We're doing something called Music and Manja with them now. So we do that. We actually have to go to a house in Belmar. That's something that we both donated to raise money. Our latest thing that we raised $2,400 for Adeline's Army. It's Rebecca Katarski's the mom, and this is a 2-year-old baby that has pediatric pediatric
jeez.
cancer. So we raised money for that. And part of the, you know how when we do the show, I go out, I get, donations. So we're going out. We're going to feed 6 people at their house. We're going to do music and manja. Matter of fact, I got to talk to Joey and Doreen, set up they want to do on a weekend here in August because they were in Florida. So we're going to go to their house in Belmar and we're going to do the show.
Nice.
But, these are things that we do. So if you watch the podcast and stuff, we have Pizza War coming up September 28th. It's a Monday night at the Park Pavilion in Seaside Park. And we've got, 15 pizzerias competing.
He's a machine. He doesn't stop, ladies and gentlemen. You're a machine.
3 newcomers. It's Pizza War meets Pizza Brawl. We have 3 finalists coming from Connecticut. In Connecticut, we got to say Pizza Brawl because I got some J.O. that...
Who's coming from Connecticut? Pepe's?
No. We when we do things...
There's that one street. That one street.
Frank Pepe's, yeah, you got Modern Pizza, you got
they're on that
Sally's
one
that beats. Frank Pepe's, we actually went there. We've gone there a couple times. And
what town is that again?
That's...
I forget the town.
That's New Haven,
New Haven,
where
right.
the New Haven style pizza. Thank you, Andrea. See, Andrea, every now and then she comes in.
Well,
with
she's the
stuff.
brains of the
Yeah,
operation.
absolutely.
Obviously.
I'm the looks. No,
Yeah, you're
I
the.
lost that on both. But anyway, we try to bring in the hidden gems. So we have New Haven Pizza, which is in New Haven, Connecticut. No, actually, they're in Milford, Connecticut. Are they in Milford? Well, there's someplace in Connecticut. I can't remember. Frank Zapsio smacked me in the face.
There's a place, and I don't know the name of the place to this day. I have the picture, and I can't figure out who it was. The couple was very, very nice, and I think I was shooting something up there with my buddy John Fiore. I think we were making a movie up there or something. And they have my picture right next to like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro's picture. So I'm sure when people go into the pizza place, they're like, oh, Pacino, De Niro, and who's that? And I can't figure out what pizza place it is. I got to show you the picture. Maybe you'll recognize the wall or the people that own the pizza place.
We have seen so many places.
I can't figure out what pizza place it is.
So like I said, we have New Haven. We have Carmine's Pizza in Durham, Connecticut. And the last one, and I was like, Frank, what?
Now, how do you find these places that are?
Well, we have Frank Zapsky, who's New Haven School of Pizza from Connecticut, and the Pizza Gavones. So he's one of our judges at the
Pizza
War.
Gavones. That's okay.
And he's very popular out in Connecticut. He's my man. He says the number 3. But anyway, so we picked the top 3, and they were all
top 3. Say it right.
Yep,
the top 3.
And they were all fantastic. But the third one, he takes us to a gas station in Forbes gas station. But we find out the family owns the property. So the son, younger, created, what's it called? Pat's Beats. And probably was one of the best pizzas I tasted out of all of them. So
and it's in a gas station.
In a gas station. And it's a modern, nice gas station. But unbleached, unbromated flour, clean product. Like I said, it was a phenomenal pie. So, if you come out to Pizza War, you're going to taste 3 Connecticut pizzas. They're going to be competing. Then we have North Jersey. We have our third place winner, Lucci's Pizza in Clifton, and that was a story in itself. We went because I used to work at Mr. Pizza, and I used to play at JP's Cafe right next to which neither one exists anymore. We go there and we see this Lucci's Pizza. We went in, we had heard about him, and he won the first year that he was with us. He won 3rd place, and he won the Bill Spadio Award. So he's going to be top billing for North Jersey. Then we have Bucky's.
Who are the judges now? Are you one of the judges? Who judges the
I bring them in. So far we have Chop Champion Jill Falgiano. We have Frank Zapsky. Not going to mention Bill Spadio. We'll be there again, but we don't know, what his capacity is going to be in it. And we have Chef Jeff Johnson, which he's a local celebrity chef. He's been with Bobby Flay, Rocco DiSpirito. And we haven't picked the 4th one yet. We're hoping the Pizza Professore can make it, which is Enzo Ferrante. But, we have Bucky's Pizza. Then we have Grumpy's in Saddlebrook. Then we have our Central Jersey pizzerias. The names, O Sole Mio. We have Ricardo's.
So how many pizza places you have?
All together, they're going to be 15 competing. They get 10 minutes each to make 2 pies. Downstairs, they're going to be making them at the sawmill. And then they get shuttled upstairs. It's a blind taste test. We cut them into 16. They're going to turn around and, basically the judges will taste, a little half slice each, and then the public gets them, and the public gets to taste blind taste tested all our pizzerias. They ain't gonna know whose pizza they're eating, but they're gonna taste it. And then the addition to it is we do Taste of the Town, which local restaurants come and they set up on the other end, and they feed people a little taste of what they do. Anyway,
nice. Sounds like a nice day. It's a one-day event.
It's a one-day event. Probably going to start around 4:00 on Monday, and it'll go till about 9. So what's on before we cut? For our manja break. What's next for Lou Martini Jr.?
What's next? Well, the last couple of things I've done that is getting ready to come on and stuff, I guess. So I did a movie with Cameron Diaz called The Sham. That should be out like October, November. Did a little something in that.
Is she still hot?
She's a nice-looking woman. Yeah, she's a nice-looking.
Nice-looking. I got to be properly correct.
She's a nice-looking woman.
She's a nice-looking,
and she was a nice lady to work with. She was very, very nice. Then I did. I worked.
Cameron, I think you're hot.
I worked again. You want to talk about hot? She's a gorgeous person, and she's gorgeous physically too, and she's so nice to me. It's the second time I got to work with Anne Hathaway.
Oh yeah, I like her too.
I
Princess Diaries.
I did a television show with her back in the day, and then I just shot this film called Verity, which is based, I guess, on a big
Verita.
novel. Verity.
It means in Latin derivative, verity means verità, the truth.
Don't ever correct me on camera again. Don't ever do that.
Don't ever go against the family.
Yeah, don't ever go against the family. But so we worked with her again. That should be coming out in October, November. And I did a new show called I guess it's a spinoff. That Power on Stars. They've got like Power like 5 or 6 now. Kanan Raising and Powers 2. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of them. But I just did a guest spot on Power Origins, and I guess this goes back to the beginning of the whole Power saga on Stars, and that should be coming on in the next couple of weeks.
So you got quite a bit of work going on.
So yeah, we've been, hey, listen, we're just trying to pay the bills like everybody else.
And what about this podcast with Johnny Potenza?
We got the podcast called Breaking Bulls with Johnny Potenza and I, and we have a lot of fun. Gary Pastor is on with us, and the great little pretty girl Conchetta Rella Rose is a co-host with us, and either we have the 4 of us on, or we're literally just breaking balls on the current events and things that are happening in our lives or other people's lives, because we're actually getting sued by 2 people, which we broke their balls and they didn't like it, which is good. You're doing good when you get a couple of lawsuits, right?
We got one, right, Andrea?
And then sometimes we'll have guests coming. We have Tony Orlando coming on our first show that we shoot next month for this season. So yeah, it's Breaking Bulls with Johnny Potenza. It's on anywhere you could find a podcast, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. And make sure you share and like and do all that stuff that you're supposed to do for a podcast. And also, like with this stuff, make sure you share and like anything Umberto does, because it's well worth your while.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to taste a little bit of what Louis told me he was his favorite.
Oh, we're going to do more than taste. We're going to do more than taste, people.
And listen, normally I do one thing for people, but because it's Louis, I did 2.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, brother. See you in a little bit.
Mangia bene.
And we're back, guys. All right, Lou. Paid a little homage to you. Made a lasagna.
It looks so good that you almost don't want to touch it. That's how good it looks.
And then...
But I'm going to do more than touch it, my friend.
Chicken marsala.
Yes, my favorite.
And you see that up on top? That's imported Sicilian oregano. That's the little...
The branch here? This thing here?
Branch, but there's a little bit of Sicilian oregano.
Okay.
I'm going to see how good your palate is. When you taste it, tell me if you notice anything.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, anything that seems different. So what do you want to do? You want to taste the lasagna first?
Let's go with the chicken first.
Okay. So
are you serving me, or am I just taking a bite?
I can bring it over to you, and you grab how much you want. Take a chicken.
Okay. Let me take this little piece right here. If I can slide it over.
Take a little bit of this.
Okay.
All right. You want some more mushrooms?
No, that's good. I got
good.
Yeah, there's plenty. This is good.
I'm gonna.
Okay. You're serving yourself?
Yeah. I'm just going to cut a little piece of it.
The maid and the butler are off today, obviously?
The maid and the butler are off. I'm just going to go like this.
All right. Look at that, like butter. Wow.
Yeah, it's
look at the texture on that.
Yep, it's good chicken. We use,
You know what I've noticed lately, and you're a cook, and Andrea's a cook also? We cannot buy chicken cutlets in a supermarket anymore. The quality of chicken cutlets has been, even the real companies, I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to get sued, but the companies that were staples for years that you would buy, we have to go to the butcher now and pound it thin.
Yeah.
Especially, I don't like when it's very, very thick. The supermarket chicken cutlets, the quality has been terrible.
Well, you know why? There's a thing
Last like
called,
2 years, I would say.
because everything's being injected in this country.
Is that what it is? Processing,
there's,
right?
there's a thing called wood breast syndrome that happens. A lot of the chicken. See, I use Chick's Choice, where what happens is they don't let the chicken grow more than 3 pounds. So the only difference is it's hand inspected, so they can tell. You ever taste chicken and it tastes like grainy and it's nervy and tough?
That's the chicken lately has been absolutely awful.
That's
chicken cutlets.
wood breast syndrome.
Liz will not buy a
it's
chicken
called.
cutlet in a store
So
anymore.
taste this and tell me what you think.
Okay. Spectacular.
It's moist, right?
And I'll tell you the main thing that I like about it, because I eyeballed it when I walked in the house, but I said, oh, nice. His gravy has a little thickness to it. I hate when you go to a restaurant, you get the chicken marsala, and the marsala is like water. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice marsala. It has a nice texture to it, a thickness to it. The chicken is great. Look at the texture on that chicken.
It's a nice piece of
Yes.
nice chicken cutlet.
That is great. Chef, that is great.
Now, I left the bottle up on the thing. I forgot to get Marsala wine. I use vermouth, sweet vermouth in it. You can't really tell the difference.
It tastes like marsala to me.
Vermouth is a little bit heartier, a little bit sweeter, and it's a different process, but I like it better that way. And like I said, I wasn't running out against it. I said, you know what? Let's see if you notice it.
I like this. I would make it like this again. I like this with the vermouth, yes.
And then what I do is my demi-glaze, I make a mushroom demi-glaze. Mm-hmm. And then I just finish. She saw me, and it'll be on a segment, the stages of how I assemble everything.
Yeah, you see the difference how it has body to it. A lot of places that make chicken marsala, it's like water. It's like brown water. This there's stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? There's stuff going on in there.
And then you taste that little bit of Sicilian oregano.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you.
This is spectacular.
Once you start using Sicilian oregano, you'll never go to anything else. It's just the umami taste that it gives the food, and basically, it gives you that little bit of earthy taste to it, but it's not over pungent like if you use the domestic oregano. It's just a nice enhancement to the dish, and you got to know how to use it too.
Now, how do you make the mushrooms with this? The mushrooms are spectacular too.
Fresh mushrooms. All I do is, what I do is I sear the chicken.
It's usually while I eat.
I don't go ahead. I don't cook it all the way through. I put it to the side so it's not dry. Excuse me. Then I take the hot pan. I used a little bit of Zanetti Italian butter with it. I do my Vidalia onions. I let them start clarifying a little bit, and then I add the mushrooms and I sweat them. Then I deglaze with the vermouth, and then what I do is I add my my mushroom demi-glaze, and then the chicken goes back in at the end and it gets simmered slow, so you're not eating a dry piece of shoe leather. And that's it. Simple peasant food.
Spectacular. Spectacular.
Ready to taste a little lasagna?
Yes, absolutely. Why don't you cut me a little corner piece? You want me to do it, or you got it?
Yeah, I'll bring it to you. You want to cut yourself a little piece? That's it? That's okay. Don't worry about it.
How do you think I stay so svelte?
You look really good, dude. I
piece
got to
at a
tell you
time.
something.
Yeah, I'm trying. I lost a little bit of weight.
You look very, very good.
Thank you. All right.
And
well, you know what's surprising also? I don't know if it's the Ozempic or whatever it is, but I noticed lately, maybe because we're getting older, I don't know about you, I never finish a meal anymore. If it's a hamburger, there's 2 bites left on the plate. I never finish a meal anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is something consciously or subconsciously I'm doing, but I never finish a meal anymore.
that's the same with
and
me.
that helps, though. That helps with the weight. All right, here we go.
Okay, I already know what my lasagna tastes like, but
Wow. Wow,
Good?
wow, wow. 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 Wow, wow, wow.
I'm glad you approve.
What kind of meat is this?
This is an 80-20 ground chuck and brisket that I use.
Beautiful. And that's a big difference. I've had some lasagnas where The sauce was good and the noodles were good, but it's like I didn't like the meat. Or and you know what? Funny, I don't like sausage in my lasagna. I like
No.
this. I like
It's gotta-
either
it's gotta
ground
be
beef
ground
or
beef.
the chopped beef. Yes.
I've had a couple people's meatballs. You know, I had to judge an event. I'm not gonna mention it. And the two top meatballs finalists, one of them, I cut into it. Tastes like I was tasting a rolled up sausage.
I'm
ground
so picky
sausage.
with my meatballs too. It's very hard to find a good meatball. The restaurant that I told you about that you're going to make the trip to Brooklyn.
Absolutely, I can't wait. I've been
My
down to
favorite
go.
Italian restaurant in the city. It's called Brooklyn Roots. He makes his meatballs with filet, with veal and filet and
Nice.
chopped meat. It's an unbelievable meatball. You know, and I think the key is maybe the filet, or maybe I don't know what it is, but his meatballs are spectacular. See, but the thing about the ground beef here too is you have it seasoned nice too. It's really
It's when I make my lasagna. Like I said, we did a short on that too. It's different stages for everything.
not overly cheesy. Some people have so much cheese where it's just floating in cheese. Don't like that.
No, and that's the same thing with the layers of sauce. The way a true lasagna, like the lasagna of eggplant and stuff, it's not loaded with a ton of sauce. You know, it's basically
Right.
layers. But I do one step is my ricotta. I take the ricotta, I mix it with my DOP pecorino romano. I don't use the crap that's got whey in it and stuff. And then I put my fresh parsley in it, and I season it with a little bit of black pepper, and I mix that. Then I do my ground beef. I use a mortar and pestle. I take the basil, sea salt, Partana extra virgin olive oil, and a clove of garlic that I smash by hand with the mortar. And that olive oil that I use, I put it into the pan, and then I put my ground beef into it. And so then when we layer the lasagna, it's the tomato sauce, ground beef, the ricotta dollops, pecorino romano.
How long do you bake the lasagna for? How long does it take to cook?
What we did was about covered up 30 minutes and about 10 minutes uncovered to give it a little bit of crisp.
not that long then.
That's
Okay.
it. That's
All right.
it. And the lasagna sheets are already cooked. They're full cooked lasagna sheets. So Lou, you approve?
Spectacular, my friend. Love you.
My brother.
Mwah. Great food again. Great food. Great company. Anytime you want me here to eat and talk, I'm here.
You got it, my brother. All right. This is going to bring us to an end of another segment with Lou Martini Jr. I'm Chef Umberto. Tante bella cose.